Joining us now to give us a little bit of more insight on the Supreme Court hearings is KUSI contributor Vic Bajaj. Hi, Vic. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you so much, Logan.
Great to see you. What are your thoughts just about day one of the confirmation process?
Really, again, no surprises here. We haven't delved into the substance of what she will bring to the bench and the Supreme Court, the important issues, religion, which she was attacked for earlier by Senator Feinstein, the Affordable Care Act, taxation, things of those nature. We haven't really gotten into that yet. What we have delved into are sound bites and media bites for each one of the prospective and respective senators to use for their ongoing campaigns and to have their constituents believe a certain way before the vote is actually cast. So no surprises here, Logan.
And the Supreme Court is scheduled to hear oral arguments on the Affordable Care Act on November 10th, so she could be sitting on the court for that time. I would imagine they're going to get into that in the coming days.
Well, they should, but, be careful what you wish for. If you actually look at what she wrote about the decisions that upheld the Affordable Care Act, it was not an issue with the complete illegality of the act. Now, let's remember, for all of our viewers, courts have the discretion to excise or to take out the unconstitutional parts of any statute or law, but to keep everything else there that exists that does abide by the Constitution. Now, let's also remember that Chief Justice Roberts, in the decision in 2018 and also earlier, with the cases coming through the appellate court system, found that it could not be a penalty because, as phrased in the ACA or the Affordable Care Act, it was a penalty. Well, at the 11th hour, Chief Justice Roberts then said, I will justify it as a tax. So it's not the entire statute that could be on the frying pan, so to speak. A lot of it will remain. So a lot of the fear of people losing their protections and their health coverage is misplaced, frankly.
You do have this unique situation, Senator Kamala Harris, with actually a historic opportunity to question a Supreme Court nominee while she's on the ticket as the vice presidential nominee. Tell me about what you expect from her.
Well, I expected to see what I actually saw, which was a soliloquy or a dissertation on what she felt about everything. We'll notice in marked contrast to the confirmation hearing for Justice Kavanaugh, she was pulled back a bit. Someone pulled the reins on her. Her campaign must have said, you know what, the snide remarks, the abrasive comments, and the accusatory tone didn't do you well in front of Justice Kavanaugh, didn't do you well in the debate, and surely isn't going to do you well this close to the election. So it sounds like she was tamed down a bit. Again, no surprise, to appease the public.
Judge Barrett said today that Americans deserve an independent Supreme Court that interprets our Constitution and laws as they are written. That starts to sound like the strict constructionalism that we learn in law school about how you interpret the Constitution, and do you look for what the drafters wanted, or what does it actually say, the text? Talk a little bit just about that approach.
Absolutely. So you really have two schools of thought when we talk about constitutional interpretation. One school of thought is the originalist school of thought, which says what the text says is what is meant. The other is more of a, let's say, a modern evolution of the Constitution, a living, breathing Constitution, as they would say. And so then changes to the original intent can be made and interpreted for the cases in front of them. What she is saying clearly is the Constitution is the law of the land. It has been the law of the land, and I'm going to read the words in the Constitution and apply those to the law, to the actual cases in front of the court at that time. What she is saying she will not do is prejudge any of the cases without having that lens of the constitutional precedents with the Supreme Court to view it with, in that case, Logan.
I wonder if some questions about Roe versus Wade will come up, the landmark abortion case, and try to get her to give the senators her opinion on that case.
Well, absolutely it will. But let's also remember what happened when she was confirmed for the Seventh Circuit. Senator Feinstein at that point actually attacked her for her religious beliefs, and it just didn't go well. So I believe today we saw what I would have expected, which is pulling back on the religious attack statements such as the dogma lives deep within you. These are dangerous statements that actually alienate quite a bit of people who are going to be coming out in this monumental election. So the senators you saw made a distinct move and a contemplated measure to concentrate on the Affordable Care Act primarily, rather than religion, and as a consequence, Roe versus Wade.
Vic Bajaj for us. Great discussion, Vic. Thanks for the insight. Always good to see you. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, Logan.